Welcome back, hip hop purists, to another episode of 40 Years of Hip Hop, where we review and dissect 1,000 songs over the span of 40 years from 1979 to 2019. This is your host with the many aliases, the G-Man, aka the G-Money, aka the Incredible G, and also known as the Shin Kurogai Jin. And today we will be reviewing, on episode 67, My Philosophy. Let's take a trip down memory lane. From its start, BDP, Boogie Down Production, affected the development of hip-hop and gave a sincere voice to the reality of life in the South Bronx. On their first opus, Criminal Minded, the group combined the sounds of Scott LaRock's reggae-influenced beats and KRS' long-winded rhyme style to create classics that would portray the gritty life on the streets of a section of New York City clouded with poverty and crime, and influenced the gangster rap movement way before the West Coast NWA. BDP's music became significantly more political after Scott LaRock's untimely death, a few moments after the release of Criminal Minded, and then a masterpiece was created. It's called My Philosophy. And it's from the album, the 1998 album, By All Means Necessary. BDP. What makes these songs original? The concept and reason of the creation of the song is definitely original. The ongoing violence that was going on and that they had to experience with the loss of one of their members had changed the perception of KRS and the group. The single vinyl cover depicted a black and white picture of KRS-One in front of a desk going through some documents with a poster of the iconic photo of Malcolm X peeping through his window while holding an M1 carbine rifle. The video itself was incredible, shot in black and white with elements of the hood like Jeeps, Jordan shoes, and you got intelligent leaders like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey flashing on the screen, resonated with my young energy on another level. The lyrics that KRS was spinning was right and exact. The narrative, too, was excellent. One of the illest videos in hip-hop history that captured the true energy of their era. It was one of my favorite videos in junior high school. And for all these reasons, I give it a perfect score of 5. Fun fact, KRS-One, known back then as Krishna, and Scott LaRock decided to form a rap group together, initially calling themselves Scott LaRock and the Celebrity Tree. In 1986, they released a 12-inch single named Advance, produced by Bernard Thomas on Street Beat Records. That was short-lived, however, as the two other peripheral members quit the group, leaving Chris, now calling himself KRS-One, and LaRock. Then they decided to call themselves Boogie Down Production. Their first 12-inch single, named Success is the Word, was produced by David Kenneth Eng and Kenny Beck and released on an indie Fresh Sleeping Bag Records, but it was released under the group name 1241. But they did not enjoy commercial success. Then the rest is history when they released Criminal Minded in '87. Courtesy of Discog and All Music, delivery, lyrics, and flow. The song's lyrics are pure bliss. A philosophical moment, no N-words. 33 years ago, KRS exactly described the current state of the rap industry on this historical track. As a hip-hop quotable, the whole song is a quotable, But since I had to short it, I went with the verse 1. Let us begin. What, where, why, or when? Will will explain like instruction to a game. See, I'm not insane. In fact, I'm kind of rational when I be asking you who is more dramatical. This one or that one, the white one or the black one. Pick the punk and I'll jump up to attack one. KRS-One is just a guys to lead a crew right up to your face and diss you. Everyone saw me on the last album cover, holding a pistol, something far from a lover. Beside my brother SCOTT, I just love cause no one can defeat me. This is lecture number 2, my philosophy. Number 1 was poetry, you know it's me. Yo, that's so ill, man. The way he flipped it. And then you got on verse 2. Yo, cause I'm a teacher and Scott is a scholar. It ain't about the money cause we all make dollars. That's why I walk with my head up. When I hear whack rhymes, I get fed up. Rap is like a setup, a lot of games, a lot of suckers with colorful names. I'm so and so, I'm this, I'm that. Hey, but they all just wick, whack. I'm not white or red or black, I'm brown. From the boogie down. That's another part, really amazing. And then I also got this quote in the same verse. Let me show you something now about hip-hop, about D-Nice melody and Scott LaRock. I'll get a pen, a pencil, a marker. Mainly what I write is for the average New Yorker. Some MCs be talking and talking, trying to show how black people are walking, but I don't walk this way to portray or reinforce stereotypes of today. Like all my brothers eat chicken and watermelon, talk broken English and drugs selling. See, I'm telling and teaching pure facts. The way some act and rap is kind of whack. And it lacks creativity and intelligence, but they don't care because their company is selling it. It's my philosophy on the industry. Don't bother dissing me or even wishing we'd soft and dilute or commercialize all the lyrics, because it's about time one of y'all hear it, and hear it first and from an intelligent brown man. Yo, he was back then, 33 years ago, he was already telling how the industry was corrupting and changing the rap game to portray it as a bad thing, negativity and everything. And on verse 3, the whole verse was the best part of the song, the third verse. How many MCs must get this before somebody say don't fuck with Chris? This is just one style out of many. Like a piggy bank, this is one penny. My brother's name is Kenny, that's Kenny Parker. My other brother, I see you, is much darker. Boogie Down Production is made up of teachers. The lecture is conducted from the mic into the speaker. Who gets weaker, the king or the teacher? It's all about a salary, it's all about reality. Teachers teach and do the world good. Kings just rule and most are never understood. If you were to rule or govern a certain industry, all inside this room right now will be in misery. No one will get along nor sing a song, cause everyone be singing for the king. Am I wrong? I say, yo, what's up? It's me again, Scott LaRock, KRS, BDP again. Many people had the nerve to think we would end the trend with Criminal Minded, an album which is only 10 funky hit records, no more than 4 minutes and some seconds. The competition checks and keeps checking. They take the album, take it home and start sweating. Well, why? It's simple. To them, it's kind of vital to take KRS once title. To them, I'm like an idol, some type of entity. In everybody's rhyme, they want to mention me, or rather mention us, me and Scott LaRock, but they can bust, get robbed, get dropped. I don't play around, nor do I F around, and you can tell by the bodies that are left around. When some clown jumps starts to get beat down, broken down to his very last compound, see how it's signed, a little irrational. A lot of MCs like to use the word dramatical, fresh for 88, you suckers. How could you say this is not perfect, man? When it came out back then, that was the champ. On that third verse, he destroyed all the competition, the Juice Crew, everyone. There was no more Juice Crew beef, really. It was ended to fill the bridge wars, but still, on another level, he brought it, man. He's saying that who gets weaker, the king or the teacher? It's not about a salary, it's all about reality, Teachers teach and do the world good, but kings, they just rule and most are never understood. If you were to rule or govern a certain industry, all inside this room right now will be in misery. Yo, wow, man, that's amazing. And when he says you're going to take his album and go study it, because it's so dope what he said. This is literally a perfect verse in hip-hop. And for all these reasons, I had to go with a perfect 5, even a 6 or 5 for this one. Don't forget, courtesy of genius.com for the lyrics. Now, let's get ready for my top 5. This is the top 5 BDP songs in any particular order. I got Jimmy, the J, the I, the M, the M, the Y, the J, the I, the M. It's Jimmy Doom Doom. Wow, that was from the 1988 album By All Means Necessary. And then you got The Bridge Is Over, The Bridge Is Over, na na na. That's from the 87 album Criminal Minded. Then I got My Philosophy, the one that I'm reviewing, from the 88 album By All Means Necessary. Then you got the magnificent Love Is Gonna Get You, Material Love, from the 1990 album Edutainment. And as number 5, I got Are We In There? Yeah, yeah, Are We In There? From the 92 album Sex and Violence. So here it is, my top 5 BDP songs. Production and beat. What makes this good or bad? As production. The beat is so funky and groovy. It was a new sound for BDP compared to the more hardcore sound from their first opus, Criminal Minded. Very new and original in 88. The only drawback for the perfect beat was that it was too minimalist as a beat to me. That's my personal choice, So, now let's talk about the producer. KRS-One produced the song. KRS has been producing since the late 90s until this day. His production style is the boom bap sound. He produced more than 243 tracks over the years for the likes of Michimi and Nearly Love, represent Canada, Ontario, T.O., Boogie Down Productions, his own group, Miss Melody, Just Ice, Steady B, Mad Lion, China Live, Queen Latifah, Harmony, the Stop the Violence Movement, the HEAL Project, Human Education Against Lies, Schoolie D, Supernatural, Pro Writer's Teacher, and Rascals. Big up Vancouver from the north of Canada, and many, many more artists. He even produced for reggae artists such like Shelly Thunder, Sly and Robbie, Shabba Ranks, Sister Carol, Whitey Dawn, and many others. What an impressive resume as a producer. Also, I have to mention that the song was also engineered by legendary Ivan Doc Rodriguez. Who is Ivan Doc Rodriguez, you must ask? I first heard mention of his name in an EPMD song. If you know that EPMD is one of my favorite groups. And they used to give shout out to this guy. This guy will go down in the rock and roll and hip hop hall of fame as one of music's greatest producer, remixer, sound engineer of all time. He's the trifecta. Ivan Doc Rodriguez is the name behind some of the most honored classic pop rap albums in music history. The kind of albums that are often listed in a large publication as the top 100 or top 50 albums of contemporary music, like Eric B. and Rakim's Paid in Full, Boogie Down's production Criminal Minded, and By Any Means Necessary, LL Cool J's Grammy-nominated Mama Said Knock You Out, and all of EPMD's classics albums. These are albums that are beyond worthy of mention. And Ivan's list of credits does not stop here. He's also the godfather of sampling and the inventor of the remix in hip-hop. Another few of his hallmark accomplishments are co-producing and engineering the classic single Self-Destruction, and producing rap's #1 lady MC Light's Poor Georgie's single, which marked the first time a solo female rap act achieved a gold record. Enough said. I'll keep the rest of his historic resume for our soon-to-come Behind the Scenes of Hip-Hop musical podcast, exclusive for our Mixcloud subscribers, coming soon. In the meantime, you can read the article on Doc by imposemagazine.com and his musical credits on allmusic.com. As far as samples, the beat contains only 2 samples. Multiple elements of jazz from Sister Sanctified by Stanley Turrentine and Milt Jackson in 1972, and the vocal lyrics of The Philosopher by Lutheran Layman's League, a 1987 joint. And for all this reason, for the beat I went with a 4.5 out of 5. Don't forget, courtesy of whosample.com for the info, the credits. Now, before we get back to the next section, We at 40 Years of Hip Hop use Buzzsprout to broadcast our podcast and get our show listed on every podcast platform available, even on Mixcloud. So far, our podcast is listed on over 20 platforms and reached 10,000 downloads in less than a year. As a Buzzsprout member, you will get a great looking podcasting platform, an audio player that you can drop on your website, even WordPress. You will also benefit with detailed analytics and tools to promote your episode like audio-video snippets of your podcasts called soundbites. My favorite benefit is that I get to generate a second revenue by talking about something that I'm passionate about. Think about it. Are you a fan of something? Try podcasting about it. It's as easy as fun, and it can generate you a second revenue. Get started for free, no credit card required, cancel anytime, no contracts. Use the link in our episode notes to let Buzzsprout know that we referred you, and if you sign up after your trial to a paid plan, you'll receive a $20 Amazon gift and help support our show. Buzzsprout is the way to go. Relevance and longevity. Did it stand the test of time? If so, how? Hell yeah, it did. This is one of the rare songs that actually could stand the test of time, an immortal song just like the Beatles or the Rolling Stones. The song charted at number 69 on US Billboard Black Singles. Don't forget, because back then, before 1990, it wasn't called Top R&B or Top Rap Singles. It was just simply called Black Albums or Black Album Singles, the chart on the Billboard. And the album also peaked at number 18 on US Billboard Top Black Albums and at number 75 on the US Billboard 200. In 1998, the album was selected as one of the Source 100 Best Rap Albums. In 2008, the single My Philosophy was ranked number 49 on VH1's 100 Greatest Songs of Hip Hop. Yeah, I agree. And the song also made the cut on many old school hip hop compilations over the year. This is the best part. The song was sampled in over 175 songs. The most notable ones were Gangsta Gangsta by NWA in 1988, Truth by the Fila Fresh Crew in 1988. That was the first group of the DOC. Go check out our review on the DOC to find out more. Let Your Backbone Slide by Maestro Fresh West in 89, represented T.O. Canada. Throwing Words at You by MC Lyte in 89. Do It to the Crowd by Twin Hype in 89. That was an amazing song. America's Most Wanted by Ice Cube in 1990. Again in 90, Ruthless Bitch by Terry B. She was a Caucasian lady rapping on Ruthless Records before Eazy-E. How Many MCs by Black Moon, the classic songs from 1993. Then you got Return of the Boom Bap by KRS-One in 1993. Hollis to Hollywood by LL Cool J in 95. Then you got that French rap song called Come Again, Pour que ça sonne funk by Supreme NTM, aka Nick Tamer. That was in 95, represent France, French rap. You got The Anthem by Sway and Kid Tech, RZA, Eminem, and Pharoah Monk featuring Cool G-Rap, Chino XL, and KRS-One in 99. You got that song in 2000 by Fat Lip called What's Up Fat Lip. Also, you got 2009, it's a song called Lyrics by Sadat X featuring Greg G. And you got Too Many Rappers by the Beastie Boys featuring Nice in 2009. And I'll also forget Good Morning by Reflection Eternal in 2000. And for all these reasons, I had to go for Relevance with a perfect score of 5. Fun fact, did you know KRS-One sampled his own song over 8 different times? And the Beastie Boys sampled it 4 times. Impact. How did the song impact hip-hop culture? The song's impact on hip-hop is simply impressive. It started the whole conscious rap movement era and influenced many rap artists to follow their example. As the lead single on the album, it has been quoted and referenced by so many songs. Just a few artists that use some of the lyrics in their songs. You got Cypress Hill on the diss track for Ice Cube called Ice Cube Killer. In about 4 seconds, he used that reference. Then you got the Beastie Bones on the song Sounds of Science. They use Right Up to Your Face and Diss You. Then you got Cannabis on the song It's No Other Than, when he used I play the 9, you play the target. Y'all know my name, so I guess I just start this. Cannabis again on the same album, on the song MC Crazy, he uses the lyrics. Others say they're bad, but they're bugging, and a lot of suckers would like to forget me, but he used 2 quotes on that song. And you got Beastie Boys on the track 59 Christie Street, the first hint of the song B-Boy Bouillabaisse, when they use Wake Wake Whack. Then you got Black Moon on How Many MCs, the song, that's a dope song. They use the reference, How Many MCs Must Get This. And you got NWA on the Gangsta track, and when they say it's not about the salary, it's all about reality. Then you got Brand Nubian, punks jump ups to get beat down. They use the line, jump ups to get beat down. That's where they got it, I think. And Slaughterhouse, that's a super group. And they had on the song Whack MCs when they said rap is like a setup, a lot of games, a lot of suckers with colorful names. I'm so and so, I'm this, I'm that, but they all just whack. With minimalist production and hard-hitting drum beats, KRS-One covers on this classic album social issues that include government and police corruption, safe sex, government involvement in the drug trade, and violence in the hip-hop community. This album remains one of the most political hip-hop albums to date and is widely seen as one of, if not the first, politically conscious efforts in hip-hop. 33 years old, and this song is still as relevant as hell. Salute to the teacher Blastmaster KRS-One. Fresh for 88, you suckers. And for all these reasons, I had to go with a perfect 5 for impact. A fun fact, BDP was founded by KRS-One and DJ Scott LaRock with producer Lee Smith, who was essential in the production of the songs on Criminal Minded, being added as a member shortly after. From those beginnings, BDP members and collaborators included Seth G of Ultramagnetic MCs, D Nice, Henry Poppy Darwood Coulson, Kenny Parker, Just Ice, ICU, Mick Boo, Miss Melody, Heather B, Scotty Morris, Tony Rashan, Willie D, Robocop, Harmony, DJ Red Alert, Jay Kramer, D Square, Rebecca Foster, Scott Whitehill, Scott King, Chris Tate, and Sidney Mills. The 5 albums of BDP, there was a lot of people involved in the projects, mostly chaperoned by KRS-One, and I think that's what destroyed the group, because it was mostly KRS-One taking all the decisions and everything, you know. So it was better from that point on that he goes on a solo route. As a total score, I get a 24.5 out of the 25 for a total of 98%. The only drawback was the part for the beat, you know, he missed a 0.5, you know, because the beat was missing a little something for me from a perfect song. Thank you, fellow hip-hop purists, for tuning into our podcast at 40yearsofhiphop.buzzsprout.com, and click on the Support Us heart icon to buy us a coffee so that we can continue our weekly podcast journey until we reach 1,000 episodes. We're also available on all other major podcast platforms, YouTube, and Dailymotion. Follow us on social media at 40 Years of Hip Hop on IG, Twitter, and Facebook. Links in podcast note. We've also made FeedSpot Top 50 Hip Hop Podcast list at number 40. Go check the list. See link in our episode notes. I'll be back next week with Time's Up by OC. This is the G-Man signing out, and I'm Howdy 5000. Peace.